Good day, everyone. Here we're looking at a drawing, a painting, 22 inches by 30 inches on it's handmade paper. You can see kind of a frayed edges of the paper there to the right. I allow that to show. It's a really beautiful paper. I love handmade paper, drawing on it, painting on it. But this is drawn in permanent marker, which I really enjoy using. And then I play around with watercolor as well in relationship to that. And there you have a self-portrait. I'm looking kind of surly there, but I'm sure I wasn't. I can be surly at times. I get a little bit too reactive at times, but I'm improving my character daily. In any case, I think that's kind of just what it manifested as a result of me concentrating on the drawing and the painting. I don't try to manipulate the expression all that much, and what comes out, I take it to be a psychological reality of whoever's sitting for it, including myself. But regardless, permanent marker is a really beautiful medium. I consider it somewhat of a modern day Zen medium. It has a very strong personality. In other words, you put down, there's no way to erase what you put down. And the beauty of it is to honor the marks you make and to let it move and express. I always try to be as accurate and direct as possible without being too fastidious about or literal about anything. So you can see that it moves. It's a dance of pen and motif, relationships of color. I mean, even with the pen work. Here's wearing a T-shirt with an imaginary portrait on there, which I consider to be pretty cool. It's sort of adds a psychic dimension to the painting, with this image like kind of peering out from the T-shirt. This kind of modernistic, a la Picasso-esque, but not Picasso. I'm expressing myself freely, and you could call it an homage to a certain degree, but I really don't consider it to be too much of an homage even. But anyway, added to the composition is the watercolor. I love the watercolor, and look at the permanent mark. You see these abstract patterns that come spontaneously out of that pen as you're creating. You know, I mean, it's just beautiful. It's a rhythm. It gets in relationship to the watercolor. I think it's really very fascinating and very entertaining. And again, I always look at painting as music. Painting and drawing, it's a form of music, aesthetic expression. And the idea is to perceive and receive, be receptive and experience all the nuance that goes into a spontaneous expression like this. The thinking on your feet, the dance of brush and pen and color and paint and how it all fits together in kind of, there's abstraction, there's reality, it's a unified whole surface. It doesn't spend too much attention on any one piece. This is a lesson that the Impressionists taught us. It all works together in the same vibration. And I think it's a really beautiful piece of music, one worth looking at, one I just think it's good, you know. I mean, geez, what else can I say? It's direct, it's original, it's beautiful, it's a music. You call it jazz if you want, call it rock and roll. I think it jams, it moves, you know. It has beauty in its very across the surface. Anyway, like the color, these all the variations of violet and blue. All right. Well, they're all things to look at. You know, just the way the colors put down. See, this is abstract painting as well as anything that doesn't have a representational image in it. This is you can't appreciate this if you don't appreciate the beauty of the abstraction. I mean, but then you get something a little bit more. You get actually these representational images, which are also abstract. I like to say the abstract nature of reality is the source of beauty, and that's something that could be talked about. But receptivity is important. Zen mind, beginner's mind, seeing something without concept, direct experience, a self-portrait by moi. All right. Have a great day, and thanks for putting up with me.